Hello and welcome to my channel So Amelia, where I talk all about making a handmade wardrobe for me and my children. Welcome to today's fabric haul video, where I'm going to share some recent fabrics and patterns that I have purchased. First of all, let me just say a big thank you to those of you who have subscribed recently. It really means such a lot to know that you're here following my journey on YouTube. And thanks also to those of you who've commented below. It's such fun chatting with you all in the comments, so do leave me a comment below if you would like to. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, it would be great if you could click on the subscription button and hit the bell icon so that you will be notified when I publish future vlogs. Let me start by sharing what I'm wearing today. And this was one of my earlier makes actually. It is the day dress by the Avid Seamstress, and I made it for Christmas 2020. It's made in a beautiful rifle paper cotton that I bought from Sister Mintaka. I'm not sure it's in stock there anymore, but I do know that she's just received a recent delivery of some beautiful new rifle paper fabrics, so it may be worth going and checking those out. But this is the Avid Seamstress day dress. It's a beautiful fitted bodice with a gathered skirt and pockets, very important. I made the version with just the plain bodice, but there is a version with a seam down the front and another version with buttons. Now I do really want to make another version for the autumn with the short sleeves and with a more full gathered skirt. I'll pop in a photo of how I styled it this morning on the school run. It was quite chilly this morning, so I did wear my knitted vest and my denim jacket, but now that it's warmed up a bit, I'm just wearing it as it is, which is also lovely. The Avid Seamstress instructions are really detailed with great pictures. They really hold your hand, and I found it a really straightforward make and very enjoyable as well. Okay, let's get on with the fabric. The first couple of fabrics I purchased are to make the same pattern, which I've also purchased this month, and that is the Lyra dress by Tilly and the Buttons. So there it is there. I'm sure you will have seen this one before. It's quite a popular pattern, but it's one that I've just been thinking about for a while before I decided to purchase it. But as we go into the autumn, I think it will be a really good one for me to wear on the bike and just doing daily life with my 3 children. So the pattern is described as an oversized shirt dress with buttons down the front and either short sleeves or full long sleeves. Now in the autumn and the winter really, I quite like wearing short sleeved or 3/4 length sleeved garments, and then I can layer on jumpers over the top, coats, as I get quite warm when we're inside. The skirt comes in a knee length or a midi length, and this Tilly and the Buttons pattern goes in 2 size bands, a UK 6 to 24 and a UK 16 to 34. Now I've bought 2 delicious fabrics for this dress. The first one is a dead stock cotton fabric from So Me Sunshine, and I'll hold that up. So as you can see, it's got beautiful elephants and tigers and birds all over it, and it's just a lovely weight cotton, so I think it will hold the shape of the collar and things really, really nicely, and I think it will layer up with tights and things for the autumn well as well. So that one was from So Me Sunshine. Unfortunately, they're out of stock of this one now because it was a dead stock fabric, but they do have other really lovely dead stock fabrics that keep coming in, so do check out the dead stock part of their website for other great fabrics. The other fabric I bought to make the Lyra dress was from the rag shop, and it's called their Floral Meadow Cotton Poplin. Now when I saw this, I couldn't resist the colours. They are so bright and beautiful, and here they are. I just love those yellows and blues and purples, but because of that dark base, I think it will work really well for autumn and even into the winter over some black tights and with a little jacket over the top. So I'm very excited about that one from the rag shop. I should say all of these fabrics will be linked below in the description box, so if you're interested in any of the fabrics or the patterns I mentioned today, just go down to the description box and they're all linked there for you. Now after I made the flint shorts in the summer, I was so excited at the fact that I can actually make trousers that fit. I've never been a particularly fond trouser wearer because I just can't get them to fit properly, and they're always uncomfortable or they pinch in the wrong places. But sewing is magic, and I can actually sew trousers that fit me, which is really exciting. So I've decided for the autumn and the winter I would like to make another pair of trousers to add to my wardrobe, and I really would like to make the Anna Allen Persephone pants. So this is a new pattern to me for this month, and I just love the look. It's meant to be a US type sailor style pant or trouser, and you can make them as shorts, cropped trousers, or long-legged trousers. Now the pattern comes with a button fly, but for a very small amount of money you can buy a little pattern which helps you to convert that to a zipper fly, which I think I will buy because I prefer zips to to buttons. It comes in US sizes 0 to 20 and I just love that wide-legged look. Now the fabric I've chosen to make these in is also from Sew Me Sunshine, and it's a Robert Kaufman cotton twill fabric in this beautiful dark green colour. So I'll hold that up for you to see. I'm so excited because this arrived today just in time to film this fabric haul. So I think that will work really well to just hold the shape of those wide leg trousers, and I think it will look really nice in the autumn with some of the t-shirts and jumpers that I've got in my wardrobe. Now after I made my Billy sweatshirt in the Atelier Brunette sweatshirting that I got from Sewsatisfaction, I couldn't resist but get some more. Honestly, it's the nicest sweatshirting fabric I've ever worn, and I think it's just going to be such a nice weight for the autumn and then the spring. And to be honest, I could still wear it in the winter layered up over other warm layers underneath. So I bought this Atelier Brunette Neroli sweatshirting in their off-white or cream colourway, and I bought this one from Sew Me Sunshine. Now they also had the matching ribbing. It's really helpful when fabric shops list matching ribbing. I don't live that close to any fabric shops where I am, and so it's really helpful to know that I'm going to be getting a ribbing that will match perfectly with my fabric. So for that one I've decided to make another new to me pattern, which is the Fibre Mood Clemence top, and that was in their most recent release, and when I saw it I just thought, I've got to make that one. If you've watched my videos for a while, you'll know I love a statement sleeve, and this one has a statement sleeve. Although I think in this sweatshirting it won't stand out too much, but it will just be a really nice feature and make it from being a plain sweatshirt into something a little bit more special. So the Clemence top is a relaxed fit jumper with a statement sleeve, and I believe you can crop it either at the waist or make it slightly longer at the hip. So I will probably make that pattern into one that sits just below my waist, so it is slightly cropped, and I'm really looking forward to trying that really interesting shoulder detail. Now, as I mentioned, I do like to continue trying to wear my garments all year round, and because I make them in short sleeves, it does mean layering them up with other things underneath. So the next fabric I purchased is one to make a layer to wear underneath some of my dresses for the autumn and winter. I've wanted to try some Mind the Maker fabrics for a long time, as I have been looking at them and I think they just look so beautiful, but they do come with a price tag. And so recently Minerva was selling this Mind the Maker cotton jersey, and so I just picked up a metre of that to try to see how it sews up and to see if I like it. And that's in the navy colourway. They do have a variety of colours in this cotton jersey. So I'm looking forward to trying this Mind the Maker cotton jersey. And what I'm going to make with that is the Tilly and the Buttons Freya top. Now this is a pattern that comes in her stretch book, which I already own. So this pattern is not new to me this month. So the Freya top has a faux neckband and long sleeves, and you can actually make it as a dress as well. But for this one, I just want to make it in a plain long sleeved turtleneck version so that I can layer up under things like my jumpsuits and my dresses. Now the Freya top has not been extended in terms of its sizing yet, so it's still just in sizes 6 to 20. So hopefully those patterns in that book will be extended shortly, as they are such great staple patterns. Something like the Freya top in your wardrobe can just be such a great closet staple, so I hope that that might be extended soon. Now if you watched my video about my top 10 autumn sewing patterns, you will have seen that I shared the Hevea coat by Megan Nielsen. So I did buy that pattern this month, and it has arrived. Now I bought this pattern from the Fabric Godmother, and I'm so excited to give this a go. I really want to try and make this version here with the binding, but in the cropped length. The beauty of this pattern is there are so many different options for what you can make. There is the bound version, and then there's the version that just has the tie, and the lengths are cropped or hip length or mid-thigh length. So that's wonderful to have so many different options in one pattern, and I do love that about Megan Nielsen patterns. There are often so many variations that you can make with the one pattern. Now the fabric that I've chosen to make this in is also from the Fabric Godmother, and it's a quilted denim fabric. Now I would love to have a go at quilting my own fabric, but at the moment with 3 children and a very busy after school schedule, I do not have time to be quilting, unfortunately. So I did decide to buy a pre-quilted fabric, and it is gorgeous. I'll hold it up for you. It's this denim on top, which is quilted with a diagonal pattern, as you can see. And then I'll see if I can show you the inside. It's quite thick. Here it is. It's a beautiful, very, very soft inside. It's called shearling. I think it's a cotton and a polyester mix, which is fine in terms of a winter coat because I just want something that's going to keep me snugly warm, and this is definitely going to do that. I'm hoping my machine will cope with the layers of fabric. I think when you press it down together it's not so thick. I think it will be fine, and it will certainly be lovely to wear on the school run. Now what I want to do with that is I want to make the version of the coat with the binding. And you will have seen recently on Instagram, if you follow me over there, that I shared the picture of my daughter's dress that I made for her birthday out of a beautiful Liberty fabric. And I have quite a bit of that left over. So it's this one here. Now unfortunately I don't have enough to make another garment of clothing, but I do have enough, I think, to make enough bias binding to go around the outside of this coat. I just think that will add a really nice trim, and it will match really well with that denim fabric. So I'm really looking forward to having a go at the Hevea coat with that gorgeous quilted denim fabric from Fabric Godmother. Now I bought another fabric from Fabric Godmother because I saw it while I was on the website and I couldn't resist it. It is for my daughter. She could do with a pair of dungarees for the winter, so I did buy this beautiful needle cord with rainbows on it. I just thought that was so cute. And what I'm going to make with that is the below the corfai Tipa dungarees. Now you'll know if you've watched some of my videos that I do love below the corfai patterns for my little girl and for me. And so I am really looking forward to making these Tipa dungarees. They're such a sweet pattern. I really love the bib pocket, and I love the style of the crossover straps at the back and the way that the straps tie at the front. I just think it's got such lovely features to this pattern. So I'm really looking forward to giving it a try for her this winter. Now the other day my little boy asked me if I could make something for him. And I said I would be delighted to. I always look out for patterns for little boys, but it is so much harder to find them than it is patterns for little girls, particularly because my boys are slightly older. They're 5 and 8. So Karen from So Little Time recently shared a picture of her son in some pajamas, which I thought looked so cute. So I suggested this to my son and he was so excited, and he told me he wanted some dragon pajamas. We went searching and we found some gorgeous dragon fabric, and of course my oldest son wants a pair too. So I'm going to make them some dragon pajamas from this beautiful fabric here. It's a cotton jersey. It's got dragons all over it with this beautiful navy blue background. So I got that one for my middle son, and I got it in this colourway for my oldest son, in this petrol colourway. And then from Minerva I picked up some red ribbing, and I think that will just go really nicely for the collar and the cuffs for those pajamas. So cute. I do love sewing for children. You can find the most fun prints. Now the pattern I'm going to use is the one that Karen from So Little Time shared, and it is the So Simple Home holiday pajamas. Now that is a free pattern on the So Simple Home website, and I'll link that below. It's just a very simple raglan t-shirt and long sleeved trouser pattern for pajamas. So I'm looking forward to getting that cut out and sewn up ready for them to wear in the autumn and the winter. And if the pattern works out well, I think I'll use that for sewing up their Christmas pajamas as well. I haven't got fabric for those yet, so I'm on the lookout for a really nice Christmas fabric for my boys. So if anyone knows of one, do drop me a comment below and share it. I'd love to know what you found for your cozy Christmas pajama pattern. So that's it for the fabrics that I've bought this month, and I've shared some of the new patterns that I've bought. But I do have 2 other patterns that I've bought this month. Now the first is the Ikati Irma. This is a cardigan pattern for little girls, and it has a beautiful yoke detail with a frill, and you can either have it with buttons all the way down or with a semi-buttoned placket sort of about halfway down. Now my little girl can always use cardigans, especially coming into the autumn and winter, to go over all of her dresses and dungarees that I've made her. And if you've seen my recent plans video for September, you'll know that I was planning to make the Jennifer Lauren handmade juniper cardigan, and I want to make it out of this beautiful red sweater knit that I shared in that video. Now I have actually cut that pattern out now, and I have a lot of this fabric left over. It's a really nice knit fabric, and I didn't want it to go to waste, so I wanted to find a little cardigan pattern that I could use for my daughter so that I could use up the rest of this fabric, hopefully, and make that for her. This pattern comes in sizes 3 to 12. Now she has only just turned 2, but I have made Ikati patterns before, and in my experience on my children anyway, they run a little small. So I will happily make her the size 3, and if it's slightly too big she can grow into it, it's fine. So I'm going to make the size 3 for her with that red knit fabric, and I'm really looking forward to giving that pattern a go. I've sewn up Ikiti Jasmine before, and that was a lovely, quick and easy sew. The instructions were great, and my son has worn his Ikiti Jasmine jumper a lot. So hopefully my daughter will wear hers a lot as well. Now, if you watched my week in the life, you'll know that I quite enjoy using up my jersey scraps to make pants both for me and for my children. And so I have been using the Megan Nielsen Acacia Pants pattern, which is free if you sign up for the Megan Nielsen newsletter. And I've also been making for my children the Speedy Pants by Waves and Wild, which is another great free pattern. But I just thought it would be great to have a few more options in terms of the styles that I would like to make in terms of knickers for myself. And so when Tilly and the Buttons released their latest pattern, I did purchase that one. So this is their most recent pattern. It's Tilly and the Buttons with Evie Lalouve. And if you look at all the different options they've got in here with the cut of the pants and also the style of the elastics and things like that, there are actually 36 different options for the knickers that you can make from this pattern, which I think is amazing. Again, it comes in sizes UK 6 to 24 or 16 to 34, so it's a great size inclusive pattern, which is excellent, and I'm really looking forward to giving that a go. I did also order a few laces and fold over elastic from the Tilly and the Buttons website, just because I need to up my stash of elastics. I've run out of those that I had bought before. So I hope you enjoyed all those patterns and fabrics. Do let me know below which one was your favourite. I think I'm really looking forward the most to getting that Hevea coat sewn up in that beautiful quilted denim shearling from the Fabric Godmother. I haven't got plans of when I'm going to sew all of those other things up yet, but I just know that I'm looking forward to getting them made as part of my autumn and winter wardrobe. Thanks again for watching today. Do subscribe if you haven't, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. So I hope that you enjoy your sewing this week. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye!